while I'm on the subject of food, 3D printer meat. Thank you, Campbell's soup. Just before the Thanksgiving holiday, when I need that cream of chicken soup. So we got two options. We're going to have to be okay with eating inkjet meat, or I'm going to have to get in the field and make it from scratch. It's a good thing. It's a good thing. We got real skills. Some of us. Because now I'm going to have to pull out the heavy cream and do it from scratch. But. Campbell's soup, like, that thing used to be busting.
Welcome to the Common Sense Philosophy channel. How you doing today?
I'm doing good, and you?
Splendid. Today, the title is Campbell's is scary or just poor dietary? Campbell's is scary or just poor dietary? What you think about that?
I think in all the stuff, everybody's gonna have things wrong with their stuff. It's not gonna be like perfect,
right? But
that's why you need to go and do your own search and see what you're okay with and what you're not okay with, because they're not the only company that's doing that. So you're gonna have to search and then research, because things be changing too. I'll buy something and be like, oh, this ain't in it, but then I'll be buying it for months, and then I'll look again and be like, oh my gosh, they didn't put that stuff in there.
Yeah, that's crazy.
So
yeah. This whole storyline is with the guy was talking to his boss, one of the VPs at Campbell's, and he was trying to get a raise, I guess, or something like that. And then he got to saying how he didn't even eat the product because it has basically a 3D printed meat in it, and it's just toxic. And he don't know why nobody would eat it. And basically, his words was, it's for poor people. So a lot of people, so this guy was trying to get more money, like he's having a problem getting it. So I guess now he's suing them, and that's why this has been released. So he's probably trying to get a settlement. That's one part of it. The other part is, I guess they're just in trouble for what they said, you know. But we're going to play some videos and get a little deeper into it, all right?
Okay.
Yep.
So you mean to tell me we was busting down 3D printer meat? We been... Never mind. And guess what? We can't even go to the great values, the SE groceries, or the store-bought brands, because 9 times out of 10, Campbell's was probably their co-packer. Secret manufacturer. Thanks. Happy holiday.
Thinks it's funny to mock poor people. That's wild, coming from a company that literally built their entire empire off of the same working class families that they're laughing at. You can't spend decades selling canned sodium water and bioengineered mystery meat to people who are struggling and then turn around and talk shit about them. That's not just disrespect. That's who these corporations really are. And the comments I've seen prove it. Everyone's done. People are finally realizing that Campbell's owns, half the damn snack aisle. Goldfish, Snyder's, Cape Cod, Kettle Brand, Pretzel Crisps, Prego, Swanson, all the same company feeding us the same garbage under different labels. And now we find out that they're slipping bioengineered ingredients in the food and didn't even bother putting it in the label. But sure, the people buying it are the poor ones, right? The ones working 2 jobs, the ones stretching groceries, the ones keeping Campbell's alive for a century. This is exactly why people are pissed. This is why people are tapping out. Because if a company openly disrespects the same people that are keeping the lights on, then they don't deserve any of our money anymore.
Who's suing the company, says he secretly recorded Campbell's VP and Chief Information Security Officer Martin Bally during what that worker describes as an hour-long tirade. We've got the recording, and we want to warn you here, it's pretty harsh. Listen.
We have shit for poor people. Who buys our shit? So healthy. Now that I know what the in it, even in a can of soup, I look at it, look at meat, bioengineered meat. I don't want to eat a piece of chicken that came from a 3D printer.
You sound pretty hostile, you know?
Yeah, that was interesting. Yeah, that was very interesting, because it's one thing to be doing something, then there's another thing to get your voice recorded saying shit about people that are the majority of your market, and how you wouldn't eat it. Nobody wants to eat this. And it's like, why would you serve it? So it's like you're in a weird space because it's business, and then there's ethics, and there's a thin line between it. So that's why it's up to the people, though. Like, people, you can't tell people what to put in their stuff and what not to. You need to go, like the girl said in the last clip, go and start from scratch. Do it from scratch if you don't want to eat certain things. But I've heard people say they ain't going to do stuff, and then they turn around and do it. So, I mean, it's like, it's just up to the people what they decide to do with the information.
Right. Yeah, I agree with you 100%. People love to say they're not going to eat something no more. They're not going to do something no more in the hot topic, but they're right back to it. Just thinking about it's around Thanksgiving now, and people are eating chitlins and hog maws, and people read something on a package, know it can do whatever to them, and they'll still ingest it. Mm-hmm. So, and nobody's definitely looking at alcohols and substances. Nope. These different. So, who's telling the truth? Who really? I don't know. It's a hot topic right now, but I don't know how long it'll last. And I don't know. Campbell's knows this, so I think their stock actually dropped. Yeah. But I don't know how long it will. Yeah. And it didn't drop a lot, but it did. Timber off a little bit, because that's just how it is. Rules are not made for the poor or the rich. Because the rich will get away with it, and the poor don't pay it anyway. But the middle will feel the squeeze and change. Yeah. But let's watch a couple more videos and let's come back.
Make this your last day buying Campbells, anything. Campbell's soup, anything that has Campbell's on it, we are no longer buying it. So the vice president of Campbell's soup admitted that it is 3D printed meat. He also stated that he'd never eat it and it's only for poor people only. Y'all hearing it out the horse's mouth. If this don't stop y'all from buying this, I don't know what will. It's time to make them go bankrupt. It's time for them to bite their own words.
Black Americans, a lot of people made fun of me when I said I wanted to become a farmer and I wanted to become Farmer John. Well, let me point something out to you. You've had radioactive shrimp. We're about to get beef from Argentina that's known to spread hand, foot, and mouth virus. And then on top of that, one of the leadership people at Campbell's Soup was caught on a hot mic talking about how their product is meant for poor people, about how the meat is 3D printed, and that he doesn't want to eat it now that he knows what's in it. I told y'all, get together with your family members, the ones that you're actually cool with, raise your credit scores, and co-sign on a farm property. A lot of people made fun of me with it when it came to that. Raising pigs, beef, raising sheep and goats. Well, enjoy your radioactive shrimp, your hand, foot, and mouth virus, and your product that's meant for poor people.
Season is here, and I have a cabinet full of this. So guess what? Since he want to say his family don't eat it because it's fake, my family most definitely. So
everybody thinks our recipes are like crown jewels or not. They're important, but no, it's the process. It's the process that makes the food. The ingredients are in the back of the can.
So not only does he talk about the food, but this lawsuit also alleges that this VP went on to talk about employees at the company, and the lawsuit alleges that they're racist comments. Take a listen to those comments.
They couldn't think for the dumb.
So clearly there was no filter during this conversation. The former employee also alleges that the executive admitted to going to the office high on edibles. I mean, again, this goes on and on about a number of different things here.
As the famous saying is, the song was, "'Cause I got high, 'cause I got high, 'cause I got high." So he might have been high when he was saying all this, but
yeah, he was. If he was high, that was probably bad for business. Clearly, that made him say some things that he probably shouldn't have been saying. But it wasn't like he did this publicly himself. Somebody else was in the room listening to what he was saying and recording him. That can happen to anybody.
Yeah.
So we all have our back inside the house with our person conversations that aren't ever meant to get out to the public.
Right.
So that's why you need to be careful who you talking in front of. Not saying that what they're doing is right.
Right.
It's just he made a couple bad decisions.
Yes,
in that
indeed.
time period. It was high, and he didn't know if he could really trust for sure the people that was in the room with him.
Yes, I think he thought he could trust him, and that's why he did it. But that's the thing with that. Like you said, you trust the people you're around, and you find yourself in compromising positions. I always say, if you don't want nobody to know something, don't tell a friend. You know, because if you tell a friend, they're gonna have all your information, and they're able to decode your situation. So many times I try to hold one stance, and then one person will call me, and I end up speaking to them, telling them everything. And I'm like, and then they just go back and tell the other person, and you like, oh, I didn't want.
Right.
So you have to hold your restraints, how you hold them, and know that even when people get upset with you, that they won't go out and spill things. So it's tough. I think Campbell's soup is in a very interesting place. So Campbell's soup is scary, or is it just poor dietary? Some of the stuff we should be eating anyway.
Yeah.
But that's a whole nother conversation. But people gonna do what they do. So, hey, thanks for coming, checking us out at Common Sense Philosophy. I guess we'll be talking to y'all later.
All right.
Did y'all know that if you eat Campbell's, you poor? Did a Campbell's executive really say that Campbell's soup is for poor people? And then he said he's not eating that bioengineered 3D printed chicken. Did y'all know that if you eat Campbell's, you poor? Boy, I tell you. America, the soap opera, the plot thickens every single day. It's always something. I'm telling you, it's always something. So don't eat the Campbell's soup. Because if you eat Campbell's soup, you poor.
Even though the Campbell's VP has officially been fired for saying that the Campbell's soup is actually meant for poor people, the main reason why I feel like he's been fired because he revealed the secret ingredient that the Campbell's soup actually contained, and he said it's actually made from bioengineered meat made from a 3D printer. I'm not surprised. The reason why I'm not surprised, because y'all, we eat this garbage every single day. We know the food that we ingest in our bodies is not good for you, but we do it anyway. I mean, think about the certain meats we eat. There's a lot of meats at these stores that's selling. It actually consists of lab grown. A lot of people still eat that. There are actually videos here I be seeing on Facebook where they actually show you how they make certain foods before they actually ship it out to the stores. It make you not want to eat that. I actually seen one video. It was a factory show you how they actually made those ramen noodles, but people still eating it. So what's the big deal? Because now we see what the Campbell soup is actually made out of. Y'all still gonna use it, put in y'all dressing. Y'all still gonna use it for whatever you actually use to cook your food with, or maybe eat it like it is. So why y'all acting so surprised that it's got something in it that we're not supposed to be digesting our bodies?
So we know what's going on with Campbell noodle soup. In the food industry, one big brand will make other brands to sell at stores. So we'll go with the Campbell soup first. There's that little ingredient everybody is talking about. Well, guess what? It's also in these products as well. Right there. So if you're not going to eat Campbell noodle soup anymore, check the other brands as well. This is just what I have in my pantry, but I'm pretty sure other soups will be the same way. So be careful what you guys eat.
If you look closely on the back of a Campbell's soup can, it says contains bioengineered food ingredients. The ingredients from corn and soy in this product come from genetically modified crops. On the chunky Campbell's and even on those to-go Campbell's.
That's doo-doo. It failed. What is this? Is it doo-doo? What is this? Is this doo-doo?
What is it that you eating?
Probably some doo-doo.